Daily Mass Readings and Reflection. September 3, 2023. 22nd Sunday in Ordinary Time. First reading is taken from the book of Jeremiah chapter 20, verses 7 to 9. You duped me, O Lord, and I let myself be duped. You were too strong for me, and you triumphed. All the day I am an object of laughter, everyone mocks me. Whenever I speak, I must cry out. Violence and outrage is my message. The word of the Lord has brought me derision and reproach all the day. I say to myself, I will not mention him, I will speak in his name no more. But then it becomes like fire burning in my heart, imprisoned in my bones. I grow weary holding it in, I cannot endure it. Responsorial Psalm. My soul is thirsting for you, O Lord my God. Second reading is taken from the book of Romans chapter 12, verses 1 to 2. I urge you, brothers and sisters, by the mercies of God, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. Your spiritual worship. Do not conform yourselves to this age, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and pleasing and perfect. A reading from our Holy Gospel according to Matthew chapter 16, verses 21 to 27. On Jesus' Passion and Discipleship. Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer greatly from the elders, the chief priests, and the scribes, and be killed and on the third day be raised. Then Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. God forbid, Lord. No such thing shall ever happen to you. He turned and said to Peter, Get behind me, Satan. You are an obstacle to me. You are thinking not as God does, but as human beings do. Then Jesus said to his disciples, Whoever wishes to come after me must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. For whoever wishes to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. What profit would there be for one to gain the whole world and forfeit his life? Or what can one give in exchange for his life? For the Son of Man will come with his angels in his Father's glory, and then he will repay everyone according to his conduct. Reflection for today's Holy Gospel. Get behind me, you Satan. Peter receives a rebuke from Jesus when he tries to block him from going to Jerusalem after Jesus announces that he will suffer and die there. Previously, Peter is commended in Caesarea Philippi by Jesus himself when he shows his correct understanding of who Jesus is. Peter is confident to confess that Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of the living God. Jesus agrees and informs him that it is the Heavenly Father who has revealed it to him. Now, Peter gets a dressing down from Jesus himself for discouraging him from proceeding to Jerusalem. Jesus calls him Satan. That is a harsh word for a follower of Jesus and for a person who has just affirmed him. Jeremiah has a different experience. Instead of being rebuked by God, he rebukes God. He accuses God of duping him into doing what is so difficult for him. Obedience to God has brought him much distress. As a prophet, he has no way out. He is doomed to suffer. His life has become so difficult since God intervened in his life. St. Paul exhorts the Christians in Rome to offer themselves to God as a living sacrifice. St. Paul has long realized that to be a disciple of Christ entails sufferings. They should not entertain what the world offers them, to make life easy and to avoid inconvenience and discomfort. They should prefer to do the will of God. For it is good, pleasing, and perfect.